Yo, what is going on everyone, and welcome back to another video on the channel. And in today's video I'll be doing my round 5 tips of the 2023 AFL season. Now last week I did get 6 out of 9, but I feel like I haven't really been bold with my tipping compared to what I have been in previous years. Normally I'll just tip upsets, but I've been probably playing a bit too safe and I got 6 out of 9. And I did think Brisbane were going to beat Collingwood, but I just didn't tip them, and yeah, could have got higher, but 6 out of 9 is pretty good. So we'll move on to round 5. First game of the round, Adelaide versus Carlton at Adelaide Oval. This is Magic Round of course, so every game will be played in Adelaide. It's really hard to go past Adelaide here, even though Carlton played pretty good against North Melbourne. Their tall forwards looked very dangerous and they played really well. But Adelaide, they played fantastic against Freo, even though I did not watch 1 minute of that match. But I reckon it's at Adelaide Oval. Carlton don't play too well at all at Adelaide Oval, so they will need to break the drought. But I reckon Adelaide are too good here and will win this game by 15 points. And next game at Norwood Oval, Fremantle versus Gold Coast. This is actually a extremely tough game to tip. Both teams really need a win, both with just the one win. Gold Coast, again, they got smashed by St Kilda. They're just getting smashed too often and really don't look like a finals team. And so do Fremantle, they got done by Adelaide. And if they want to make finals, they really have to win games like that. And both teams in a bit of a struggle at the moment, so this is a very tough game to tip. I was going to tip Freo, however I'm going to go for an upset. I reckon Gold Coast pretty much end Fremantle's season just about and win this game by 10 points. And then Friday night at Adelaide Oval, Richmond versus my team, the Swans. The Swans were really robbed against Port Adelaide, to be fair. There were so many free kick goals that went against them, and I know I'm probably being biased here, but I reckon the free kicks probably cost us the game in the end, so I'm very disappointed with that. And the win bloody brought Florence kick down. That was going in, I swear. But anyway, Richmond, I was at that game against the Bulldogs. It was a pretty good game, but Bulldogs were just too good in the end and won by 5 points. Richmond were probably playing catch-up footy, and then they just couldn't get past like a 3-goal lead. They were just struggling, and they let the Bulldogs back in it, and the Bulldogs took control of that and ended up winning. Because it's my team, the Swans, I can't really tip past them. I reckon they will win this game, even though I'm not confident playing at Adelaide Oval, as we're not the best team there. But I reckon the Swans will get the job done by 17 points. And then at Adelaide Hill is Brisbane versus North Melbourne. Again, I said Brisbane are probably going to win, and it's their home game, and I did not tip them, so that was just stupid of me. Brisbane, they just don't lose at home. They play like crap on the road, but they play so good at home. And North Melbourne, they were a bit disappointed against Carlton. They were dominating the first half and really just couldn't get much on the scoreboard, and then Carlton took control in the second half. You know, it's hard to go past Brisbane here. It's technically their home game, so you got to tip them. And I reckon they'll win this game by 29 points. And then moving on to Essendon versus Melbourne at Adelaide Oval. Melbourne were pretty good over West Coast. Essendon, geez, they were a bit disappointed with their goal kick, and they kicked so many points, could have won by so much more. However, a win's a win and they'll take that. They're probably just happy enough that they didn't throw the game away in the end, because Giants had a bit of a lead. I'm sensing a bit of an upset here though. I reckon everyone's going to be tipping Melbourne. However, I'm going to play it differently. I'm going to tip Essendon to win this game in a thriller by 8 points. And then Port Adelaide versus Western Bulldogs. Western Bulldogs don't really play too well in Adelaide Oval either. Port Adelaide coming off a win over Sydney. They probably shouldn't have won that, but they got the win and they're now 2-2. Same with the Western Bulldogs. They played very well against Richmond and got the win. That was a good, hard win. This is actually a very tough game to tip, because I really don't know who to tip here. So I'm going to go for another upset here. This could be my third upset of the round. I'm going to say Bulldogs win this game by 11 points. And then Geelong versus West Coast. Geelong finally getting a win. Geez, they could have been down by so much more at halftime, because Hawthorn were absolutely killing them. They were dominating, where they couldn't get anything on the scoreboard. And then Hawthorn just stopped in the second half and Geelong just took over from there. And West Coast, they were disappointed, but what can you say? I mean, you got to feel bad for them at this point with the injuries they've got. Again, I cannot really see West Coast winning this game. I'm going to say Geelong will win this game by 50 points. And then GWS versus Hawthorn. Hawthorn disappointing in the second half against Geelong, how they were just dominating that match and then just let it go. And Giants disappointing against Essendon. They had like a 26 or 20 point lead or whatever it was, and they let it go. I know Essendon were very inaccurate, but still, a lead's a lead. I am going to go for the Giants though. I reckon they are the better team and will win this game by 9 points. And then probably one of the best games of the round, Collingwood versus St Kilda. Who would have thought that St Kilda will be playing this well? Geez, they're just playing pressure, hard footy, and they're just playing so well. I don't know what the boss has done to them, but they're playing electric footy. And Collingwood, it's funny how they finally play a game outside Victoria and they get done so badly. Again, this game's not in Victoria. I reckon St Kilda will win this game. It's probably an upset by 17 points. But anyway guys, those are my tips for round 5 of the 2023 season. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like and comment down below your predictions, as I'd love to see them. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.